Hello, and welcome back to Through Imperial, our weekly news show, and we are here talking about some news with Jackson's forehead. I'm your host, Braydon Leadbetter.
Hablo, hits my forehead.
And Jackson, who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm a forehead. I'm Jackson Daleen, your friend, your enemy.
Your friendly neighborhood Jackson.
Your co-host.
Yeah, and we're here. We're alive, thankfully. And I'm an emotional wreck after I just finished the season finale of Loki.
I was going to ask if you've seen it.
I
watched it this morning.
I just finished it, and I'm a wreck. Only because everything changed. Everything changes now. I don't want to give any spoilers for people who are listening and haven't seen it.
I won't say any spoilers.
But
I saw
everything
a picture
changes
of,
now.
I saw a picture of like the big thing, like the
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yep.
And it just goes like the multiverse of madness, and I was just like, ooh. I was like, ooh, we getting ready.
Yeah, there's a thing that happens that's kind of significant in this.
Very.
But what is kind of going on to more relevant things? What has your life been like in the Star Wars world recently?
Pretty basic. Just been reading Rising Storm and trying to burn through that. I'm really liking it so far.
Yeah, from what I've read so far, I'm really digging it.
I've started playing The Old Republic.
Oh, yeah?
The MMO.
How's that?
It's pretty fun.
Is it very World of Warcrafty?
It's literally Star Wars. Wow. Yeah. There's nothing too different about it, but I am enjoying it. It gives me the option to play as either Jedi, Sith, or bounty hunter. So
bounty hunter.
I'm I chose Jedi.
Oh, good.
I felt very like a High Republic game, so I'm kind of sticking with that like mojo of like my Jedi is all like good-hearted and natural, but then like I'm gonna have him as he experiences the world, he'll be more disgruntled and kind of like off by it. That's cool. No, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a good time. Nothing too crazy. Oh, I will say it's in my bag. I'm not gonna go grab it. But at Goodwill today, I literally walked in, turned to like the cube we have for donations, and saw the Boba Fett McDonald's ship toy.
Oh, nice.
And picked it up, put it right in my bag, and I went, "It's a McDonald's toy. They're not gonna want it." And yep, so now I have it.
Well, yeah, I got two of those right there, but they're not Boba Fett. They're just stormtroopers. But yeah. What else?
Yeah, it was
You're
funny.
doing something very interesting this next week. What's going on?
Yes. So this Saturday, we are flying to Orlando, Florida for my family vacation. And that Wednesday, we will be going to Disney. And we're doing the Park Hopper Switch Pass. But we'll be starting our day going to MGM Studios. And I'm probably just going to go straight to Galaxy's Edge and I want to spend as much time there, but I know Alexis hasn't ever been to Disney, so I'm going to show her the park as well. But
I haven't been to Disney since I was about 3. So.
I haven't been since, I think it was like my Facebook till I went with a friend like 6-7 years ago.
It's been
and that
20
was the last
years
time,
for me.
But yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Prior to that had been like 10 maybe, but yeah, I plan to literally shop around. I'll take tons of pictures and post them to our Twitter and Instagram. And I plan to just kind of shop and save up. And I think I'm going to get a collectible lightsaber, but I also know they sell helmets there. So I'm kind of wishy-washy now of what I want to do with it.
Get what you want.
I'm going to get what I want.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, knickknacks and toys and all the fun stuff. I think they sell High Republic merch there, so I'm gonna try and get some High Republic merch. They have a shirt on their website for the Republic Fair.
That's sick.
I think that's really cool.
I feel like we're in like an exclusive club when it comes to High Republic.
Yeah, right. You're
because like not everybody reads the
yeah.
High Republic stuff because they're missing out on some really great stories. But it's just funny.
Yeah, they really are.
Because like I feel like if people know about the High Republic, it's like a secret club. It's great. But I think this kind of goes without saying that we're probably not going to have any episodes next week again, unfortunately, because Jackson will be out of town and
I will be back the 24th.
Yeah, so we'll have another Bad Batch group review and we'll catch up on some news too the week after next.
Yeah, so no, it'll be cool. I'll have lots of stories to share and
we'll have a nice fun recap episode.
Well, cool. What about you? What's going on in your Star Wars life? And just
Star Wars life, not much.
Tired in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm chugging through Rising Storm as well. I'm a little bit behind compared to you because
where are you in it?
I think my page number is like 168 or something. So I'm like chapter 27 or 28 or something.
And like, is things starting to kind of take off?
The Republic Fair, I think, just started.
Okay, so yeah, you're literally like, it's not much.
It's like
of
the
that
second
before,
act of
like,
a movie.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, with where I'm at, I'm expecting it to kind of be like that the rest of the book.
Gotcha.
Is that it's just going to be the situation. So, well, cool. Yeah, I'm excited to do a review and talk about all of that.
Other than that, yeah, I keep talking about this, but I'm so sick of Target. Because I've gone to Target at least 3 times a week trying to find something new to put on my shelf, and they don't have anything.
You gotta go buy like a V stock. I know the V stock in Mid Rivers has like a little Star Wars section.
Yeah, apparently around here there is like a toy shop, it's like a independently locally owned like toy shop, and they have all like the exclusive like Black Series figures and a bunch of like nice Funko Pops.
That's cool.
So I might go by there sometime.
Where is that? What is
that
called?
I don't even know what it's called or where it is. But my friend of the show, Stephen Berta, he went and got like a little Grogu Black Series, a Mando Black Series, a bunch of really cool action figures.
Curious to see what figures they'll have at Galaxy's Edge that are special or specific, because their website only sells like random ones, like not anything. It's more like special edition stuff. So I wonder what they just casually have there, because I might get something there. I kind of want a Mando, but we'll see.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been doing a little bit of recapping on Light of the Jedi, just to kind of refresh myself for like whenever I read something in Rising Storm and I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I need to remember what this meant.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah.
Rising Storm I need to catch up with the comics, because there are things in Rising Storm I've noticed that are from have you met Buckets of Blood yet? Have you gotten to that joke yet?
I don't think so.
It's a single, like, it's a little like paraphrase in the book so far, but I'm curious to see if he'll show up. There is a consular on the Jedi Council. I don't remember what species he is. He's the blue kind with the horns that kind of go up. Yeah. I don't know what they're called, but he's a medic. He's a field medic, and he's this hulking 6'4" like field medic, and he calls himself Buckets of Blood because when he goes out into the field, he is the person who is like transitioning the buckets of blood to give to people to the essence. It's a pass-off joke, but he's in the comics. He's a character from the comics that is friends with Yoda, that all of the kids are like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him. He keeps calling himself Buckets of Blood. So I thought it was funny that it was in Rising Storm.
Yeah, one of these days I'll catch up on the comics, because I might as well catch up now than, whenever there's 50 issues and I gotta...
That's true. That's true. Because I think they're only on... when I caught up and stopped, it was like... issue 5 for both stories that they had, so I only think they're on like 10 now, maybe.
Yeah, I need to just burn through them and get caught up so I can kind of know all the ins and outs of the High Republic. But
they're a good time. It's fun.
Yeah, but I think that's just about all I've really been up to. Not much. But I think I'm ready for some news. Let's get into some news. What do we got first?
Yeah, let's talk about it, because we've got some cool stuff. So starting out, this is something I'm pretty excited about. Yep. The Star Wars cover and
like a synopsis,
and just kind of a takeaway and build up to this new novel that was announced, that is a spin-off novel based off of the new Star Wars Visions anthology. This is a novel coming out based off of the animated short The Duel, which is going to be part of Star Wars Visions. From the first look, I believe this is the one where it's, the Jedi and the Sith fighting in the rain, and the Padawan, and we've talked about this, but this is a novel that is spinning off from that universe of that episode. So the book is going to be called Star Wars Ronin, a Visions novel by Emma Mako Candon. StarWars.com revealed the cover art for it and the forthcoming novel Ronin, expanding on the anticipated Star Wars Visions short, The Duel. Author Emma Mako Candon also shares their thoughts on approaching this story, influences, and writing a Star Wars story representative of their experience. So I'm going to read the little synopsis of this. It's pretty rad. When I first found this, I was like, that's tough as nails. Like once you hear it, you're like instantly hooked. So I will begin. A mysterious former Sith wanders the galaxy in this stunning Star Wars tale, an original novel inspired by the world of the duel from the Star Wars Visions animated anthology. The Jedi are the most loyal servants of the Empire. 2 decades ago, Jedi clans clashed in service to feuding lords. Sickened by the endless cycle, a sect of Jedi rebelled, seeking to control their own destiny and claim power in the service of no master. They called themselves the Sith. The Sith rebellion failed, succumbing to infighting and betrayal, and the once rival lords unified to create an empire. But even an empire at peace is not free from violence. Far on the edge of the Outer Rim, one former Sith wanders, accompanied only by a faithful droid and the ghosts of a less civilized age. He carries a lightsaber but claims lineage to no Jedi clan and pledges allegiance to no lord. Little is known about him, including his name, for he never speaks of his past nor his regrets. His history is as guarded as the red blade of destruction he carries sheathed at his side. Yes, I said that right. Sheathed, a lightsaber sheathed. As the galaxy perpetual cycle of violence continues to interrupt his self-imposed exile, and he is forced to duel an enigmatic bandit claiming the title of Sith, it becomes clear that no amount of wandering will ever let him outpace the specters of his former life. No word whether this connects to the Greater Canyon. When this came out, I was reading Del Rey Books tweeted it, and I was reading the thread about that and people asking questions. And while they didn't give anything, they confirmed it's not a what if. It's not a spin-off. It's a... People kind of keep saying alternate timeline, and Del Rey never really confirmed or denied that. Yeah.
I have a feeling it'll be kind of like a Star Wars Legends kind of deal.
That's kind of how I'm feeling too.
Kind of just like different stories from across the galaxy that like it doesn't really matter if they're true or not.
I like to think that these are the like the legends of the early Jedi and Sith in the canon. That like these are the stories they're telling like
Star
about
Wars fairy tales.
Literally like the knights and dragons of the Jedi and Sith, but it's this, which is, I think, really cool. So this next quote is from the author, Emma Mako Candon. Quote, in brief, Jidiki, which is a period drama. Did I pronounce it right? Jidiki?
I think it's Jidageki.
Jidageki. Wow.
It's Japanese, yeah.
Am I a white American?
You are a white American.
Japanese monsters and folklore and war trauma inspired Ronin, Candon says. The duel is very much in conversation with period drama a la, Akira Kurosawa, those classics, samurai movies, while the latter two felt like natural Japanese extensions of the Star and Wars parts of Star Wars. Say it again for me. Jidageki loves samurai as a protagonist because they're suspicious of samurai as a class, and our Ronin falls right into that trope. I had to ask how this man rejected or was rejected by his social role, and why he continues to cleave to it. Why does he still carry that telltale red blade, and why does he hunt his own? What is your kind of reaction overall to them kind of expanding the Visions universe with books?
I think I'm excited. I'm excited to see this short, The Duel. I'm just excited to see all of Star Wars Visions, but this short seems really interesting, and it's really going to be embracing, that Kurosawa really like classic Japanese martial arts storytelling.
And that was the vibe I already got from The Duel. It was just essentially Kurosawa homages.
And then, this story, this novel, this sounds right up my alley too.
would you want it if essentially we got Visions and then the rest of all of that universe and that just like if they essentially the only cinema media of Visions we have was Visions and then everything else was books? Does that make sense of what I'm asking?
Yeah, I think.
How do you feel if they directed that towards just kind of the literature? Because you can open up these
different worlds in these shorts and expand upon them with books.
Yeah.
I think that would be, I'd be okay with that. I would also be okay if, Visions does so well, they're just like, all right, let's do another series
just make another one. Yeah.
Just release 10 more shorts one time.
Season of it. Yeah.
So I think, I'm open to any and all new mediums of Star Wars storytelling because, even with Visions, this is the first really outside of Rebels, Clone Wars, and Resistance, the first like true animated, Star Wars property we've gotten. So,
and in like a very specific style too, which I think a lot of people have wanted. I agree. I think it's going to be really cool. I agree with what you said about this book being right up your alley. I love samurai movies.
Yeah.
I love samurai anything. So no, that'll be really cool. I am definitely excited to see how different this world will be while still trying to be familiar. I think it
adds anything to like the lore of the Force,
right?
Or anything
What's
like that.
different? Well, and I think too, like. Especially that first line, the Jedi are the most loyal to the Empire. Like, obviously, this is a different age, and those are words broad enough that that mixing them around for other reasons is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of a big deal that this is a different world where the Jedi serve the Empire. Maybe the Sith are kind of these good guys in this world, in this universe.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't really know because
someone in that Del Rey, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off this real quick. That Del Rey thread, someone was like, Empire, don't you mean Republic? And Del Rey was like, no, like Empire, like the Jedi are for the Empire.
I'm just thinking of kind of canonically in like the High Republic and stuff. It is kind of confirmed that there was this ancient Sith Empire. I wonder if somehow, there was like this empire where the Jedi served them and the Sith kind of overruled them and took it over.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this book will even expand upon all of like the politics of
canon. Yeah, I have no idea.
The universe or not. We don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue. And like it's so up in the air of like if this is just its own thing, if it's just kind of
if it'll even be connected canon at all,
if it's even I have no idea.
Even if it isn't, I'm excited to just read the story.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited to witness that style in this universe.
Yeah.
So, well, cool. What's up next?
Well, up next, I'm sure if you have a Twitter account, you know all about this, but Hasbro revealed a Star Wars Black Series figure of Dave Filoni, Trapper Wolf.
It's pretty cool.
Which, just the packaging alone, give me that. But it said the figure is a Hasbro PulseCon 2021 exclusive and will be available this fall for collectors. Probably not going to be a Target.
Right.
This 6-inch figure features the X-Wing pilot from The Mandalorian in exclusive packaging, and he comes with a blaster and his helmet. There were also some other PulseCon exclusives that were revealed, including a Black Series Cantina set with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ponda Baba, and Dr. Evazan, which I looked at that set. It actually is kind of cool. I
didn't see it.
It's pretty sick.
That's cool. I'll check
and there's
that out.
also an Emperor's Throne Room from Vintage Collection,
I saw that.
which is also pretty cool, which features a new Emperor figure with the throne and the backdrop from Return of the Jedi. All very cool stuff. Give me that Dave Filoni Black Series. It's going to be like the PS5. No one's going to get their hands on.
Yeah, right. No one's going to see it.
Yeah.
Did you see, this was today, Hasbro or Sideshow announced their new re-armored Boba Fett that comes with the Jabba's throne, which I think is really cool. $328 for Boba Fett, his throne, and a head replacement by Sideshow. So if you've got $400 to blow, go ahead and get it and send us pictures.
A lot of Sideshow collectors, they have a budget for that kind of stuff for new releases, and I just can't imagine myself ever spending even over like $30
$200 for a figure. Like, yeah, no, I don't.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I respect people who
it's for sure. I would keep it in a glass case surrounded by lasers, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Because $300 to me right now is like winning the lottery. But yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get the other guy.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't do both of them.
Yeah.
Just because he's also.
I think everyone knows what I mean when I say the other guy. The
he's
older
like
Asian
his own.
guy.
Like people know him like as his own.
I forgot what his canonical name is though. I don't remember. And I'm also wondering if they're ever gonna do the other directors that are, because I know who else was a character. I know Deborah Chow was one of the X-Wing pilots in The Mandalorian.
Captain Carson Teva is the other guy by Paul Sun Hyung-in Lee.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'd be cool to have both of them. I used to have an X-Wing toy that I would kind of wish I had because I totally would have put Trapper Wolf in one.
Yeah. Who's the other director in Mandalorian who was a character?
John. John is the heavy Mando in the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
And then
he doesn't have a black series
have one
or anything.
Did Rick Famuyiwa do any?
That's what
cameos?
his name is. Yeah, he's also one of the X-Wing pilots, I believe.
Is it really? Oh,
in the first season.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that is all the directors.
Yeah. Because I know it was Deborah Chow, Famuyiwa.
Famuyiwa, I think it is.
Yeah,
Famuyiwa.
something like that.
I like him a lot. I've liked all of his episodes of Mandalorian a lot.
Yeah, he's a great director.
He is a really good director. No, that would be fun to kind of release like the director's pilot squad.
I would love that.
That would be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
That'd
be great.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Well, cool. What is next?
So this happened yesterday, or maybe the day before, I don't remember. But was it yesterday? The Mandalorian scored 24 Emmy nominations, including Best Drama Series.
List alert, everybody. We're just gonna go down the list.
Yeah, this is a big one. I'm just gonna burn through this real quick. So it actually leads all of the nominations. It's tied with The Crown from Netflix, and it is a pretty awesome achievement in itself.
Yeah, 24 nominations is pretty dang good.
24 nominations, yeah. So besides the best drama series, The Mandalorian was also nominated for outstanding music composition. God, I am off my game. Music composition, outstanding supporting actor in a drama series, which is for Giancarlo Esposito as Moff Gideon. Outstanding guest actor in a drama series for Timothy Oliphant as Cobb Vanth. I saw a tweet by Chuck Wendig that was like, a character I made is getting a character I invented is getting nominated for an Emmy. Do I get anything for that?
Nope, you don't.
No, that's all right. I read that. Outstanding guest for Timothy Oliphant as Cobb Vanth. Outstanding guest actor Carl Weathers as Grief Karga, which I thought that was kind of that they were like, yeah, I guess Carl Weathers' episode was good, and his performance in that episode.
I think he's more in season 1 than he is in season 2, though.
I think so. I honestly think his performance in season 1 is better. I
think it's mostly because he was juggling directing and acting in the first season.
His episode he directed is a very
great
in
episode.
Season 2. It's a fantastic episode. So I think it's funny that they nominated him for acting when his achievement of season 2 was directing. You know.
Yeah.
Continuing on, outstanding drama, outstanding sound editing for the chapter for the episode The Jedi, which is with Ahsoka.
And you'll see a trend on this list. A lot of these nominations are for the Ahsoka episode, chapter 13, The Jedi.
I'm not surprised by that. Yeah. Outstanding production design for a narrative period or fantasy program, which is also the same episode, The Jedi. Outstanding sound mixing for a comedy or drama, the same episode, chapter 13, The Jedi. Outstanding casting for a drama series. Outstanding special visual effects in a season or movie. Outstanding cinematography for a single camera series, chapter 13, The Jedi. Outstanding stunt coordination. Outstanding directing for a drama series, Jon Favreau, chapter 9, The Marshal. Honestly, yeah. Outstanding stunt performance, Lateef Crowder, chapter 16, The Rescue.
He was the Mando stunt double, I believe. I could be wrong.
Mando, yeah.
I could be wrong.
I bet you If it is, it's probably for that fight with Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
If it's not, whoever body doubled for Luke Skywalker. But I don't think that's
not a stunt performance.
No, but I'm thinking like the hallway scene where he's taken out of
maybe. I don't know.
The Dark Troopers. But even then, where was I? Yep,
single
the
camera
Marshall
picture
stunt
editing.
performance. Yep, here we go. Outstanding single camera picture editing for a drama series, Chapter 11, The Harris. Outstanding writing for a drama series, Chapter 13, The Jedi, Dave Filoni. The outstanding fantasy / sci-fi costumes for Chapter 13, The Jedi. Outstanding period and or character hairstyling for Chapter 16, The Rescue.
I think that's for the Luke stuff.
That's probably, yeah. Outstanding prosthetics makeup, Chapter 13, The Jedi. That's obviously Ahsoka. And yeah, so that is all 24 of what they have been nominated for. What do you think's going to win?
I really hope Dave Filoni gets that writing Emmy.
I think so as well. Especially just for that episode alone, not for anything else he's done Star Wars-wise, because that is a really classic Kurosawa style, you know? Yeah. That was what he wanted.
It is a very, I think tonally, that episode is one of the most like cohesive and like you can tell like you can pull out the what's the word I'm trying to use? I don't know what word I'm trying. It was in my head. This is what happens when I talk on a podcast. I have a word and then I'm talking and then I forget it.
Yeah, I felt that.
Brain fart. But anyway, you can tell. Okay, here's the word I'm trying to use. You ready how stupid this is? Because it's not a hard word. Influences.
Nice.
That's a hard word, man. But you can tell like the influencers are very clear with like the Kurosawa and like, you know, pulling from a lot of the lore from Clone Wars and stuff like that. You know, I think that episode just has such a distinct tone and feel.
It's one of those episodes that you watch it and it's kind of exactly why Dave Filoni was hired in the first place. This is kind of what George's vision was this gunslinger samurai, you know, Yojimbo for a few dollars more combination episode. And Dave perfectly executed just how to color palette, sound, style, shot, writing, everything.
Especially, I think that, you know, this is also something that probably gets overlooked a lot is the sound mixing and editing for that episode's great too.
Absolutely.
You know, the saber sounds and even
it's really creative. Just the way that they hide it and all that. I think probably makeup and costuming is going to probably win for sure. I bet you that Chapter 13 makeup and special effects will win for Ahsoka's makeup. Yeah. And then I think if an actor gets anything, maybe Timothy Oliphant, because
you think so?
That's like a crazy good Cobb Vanth. Like
somebody send Chuck Wendig his royalty check.
Yeah, right. If not Giancarlo Esposito, I think Timothy Oliphant is a really cool guest star. Just because, like, what better casting could you do for Cobb Vanth?
It's also funny because they cast such a big name in like in such like a not really a minor role, one-off, but it's like he's in one episode.
I hope they bring back Cobb Vanth for more, but even then, like, I think Timothy did a fantastic job in bringing that character to life.
For sure.
So big congratulations to The Mandalorian for, if anything, their 24 nominations.
Yeah, for sure. That's
let's
an
hope
achievement.
they get one.
That's an achievement in and of itself.
Yeah,
definitely.
I agree. If anything, you still walked away a winner.
Yeah, do you think it'll get Best Drama?
Probably not. I don't necessarily register The Mandalorian as a drama. I was kind of surprised by that. I mean, like,
it's not a comedy, though.
Like, it's not a comedy, but it's not.
That's basically the two categories.
I guess, I'm like, it's kind of, I don't know. I could see maybe The Crown taking away Best Drama.
Yeah. Just because it's more dramatic than The Mandalorian.
Especially season 2, like, Season 2 is more, I'll say action packed, but like the drama of that show doesn't really kick in till the last few episodes. Specifically that last episode. So I don't know. I think it will take away a lot of the smaller awards rather than the big ones, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be taking away no awards.
Yeah.
So, well, cool. What do we got next? What's coming up?
We got the last one up here, kind of a slower news week, but we still managed to make it to the 30-minute mark, which is always good. But so it looks like we are going to be getting a Disney Gallery Mandalorian for the Making of Season 2 finale, covering a lot of the technology behind bringing in Luke for Season 2. Spoilers, sorry everybody. I know it's been 6
out
months
for like a year.
Yeah. But apparently it will be released on August 25th, so about a month away from this so far, which I was always confused whenever they did have the Disney Gallery for Season 2, and I was so excited because I was like, oh yeah, so we're going to see the behind the scenes of all the Luke stuff.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it was like going through up until that episode, and it just stopped. Yeah. I was like, wait, isn't there more? Yeah. Like there's a whole episode we're not talking about here.
Well, like it does like everything before the Luke. It talks about the Dark Troopers. It talks about like the shot with like the women team, kicking into Moff Gideon's cruiser, and you're just like, well, you got almost everything.
And I have a feeling it was because of COVID. Because I think COVID kind of kicked in the middle of editing a lot of that kind of stuff and shooting. I see. And they probably had to shut it all down, so they didn't really have it ready in time. But it looks like the new installment will focus on the episode's big cameo, obviously, Luke Skywalker. And
I like how you mumbled that like you weren't trying to spoil
it. I still feel like it's
Luke
like
Skywalker shows up.
Yeah, I for some reason I don't like spoiling things for people. Like even if it's pretty obvious that they probably know already, I just don't like accidentally spoiling things. But let's say talk about a lot of the technology that was used to de-age Mark Hamill. And here's the thing: I don't think that wasn't Mark Hamill's body on set. I think that was another actor.
I think that was the consensus overall was that body double deep faked with Mark's voice. I think
they motion tracked his face and de-aged it, and I think they also used his voice and pitched it up.
Yeah.
And it says it'll also talk about how the creators worked with Mark Hamill to create a faithful portrayal of Luke Skywalker at the peak of his powers. I need all of this. Give me.
I know. I'm glad that they're actually doing 4
hours of just talking about the behind the scenes of Luke Skywalker.
I hope it is. I hope it's a long episode too, given that they're just talking about that episode and the cameo.
I hope they also go into what went into keeping it a secret, because it literally almost everything.
It was like years that they had done it.
Everything from season 2 leaked beforehand. Remember we learned about Ahsoka beforehand. We learned about Cobb Vanth beforehand. We learned about Boba Fett beforehand. So.
And that didn't get out.
Well, because I was like, season 2, there's going to be no surprises in season 2 now because we know everything. And then they just got us on that last episode. Yeah, so
I will be very excited to just understand how they did all of it, because those have been questions that have been lingering for a while.
We'll be here talking about it when it comes out too. So.
Absolutely, we will.
Well, cool. I think that's about all we got this week. Pretty slow news week, but I think we got through them.
Yeah.
Well, cool. If you would like to find us on the social medias, you can always do that on Instagram at Through Imperialized Pod, on Twitter at Imperialized Pod, and on YouTube, search up Through Imperialized Podcast. We'll pop up there. Jackson, where can they find you?
You can find me, as always, on Twitter at QUACKSON wow.
Malfunction.
You can find me on my Twitter at QuacksonScaling. That's QUACKSON, and then scaling like the triangle. And then you can follow my photography Instagram, which is Deleen_photography. I kept wanting to say underscore between Quackson and Scaling. I know it's not right. But Deleen_photography is DALEEN and then _photography. That's my socials. What about you, Braydon?
As always, you can find me on the Twits. You can find me on Twitter at Braydathlon, and on Instagram at braydonleadbetter, and on Letterboxd at braydonleadbetter. You can see what I'm watching, see what I'm reviewing. And, it's kind of obvious that we want you to leave a like and review and rating on Apple Podcasts.
Show us that you're a fan and that you listen to us.
Please do, because
please do.
we really want to reach 1,000.
Please, God, it's 25 news episodes. Just show us some kind of support.
And as you can kind of tell, we're recording this episode a lot later than normal. It's like 10 o'clock at night, the night before we're releasing this. We're kind of like slap happy right now.
Yeah, I just got off work. I apologize.
Yeah, we're on the verge of death, but we'll make it. And as always, we'll be not next week. Have to take the week off next week because Jackson's got to go to Star Wars Land.
Jackson's gonna go fight Kylo Ren in person.
Yeah, so there won't be a Bad Batch tomorrow, and there won't be a Bad Batch next week, but there will be a Bad Batch episode. A whole recap of all the episodes. Coming up the week after next, and we'll also be back with some news the week after next as well. We will miss everybody while we are gone, and we'll miss talking about Star Wars for a week, but it'll be alright. We'll be back. So I think that about covers it for this week, and until about 2 weeks from now, may the Force be with you.